Hello guys, how are we all doing? Trust you're all doing fine. It's really good to have you on my channel today. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a very simple music cover art like this. And trust is going to be very interesting. If you are new to this channel and you've not subscribed, please do consider subscribing and make sure you turn on the post notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever we make any new upload. Alright, the tool I'm going to be making use of for this tutorial is Photoshop. Make use of Photoshop 2023. Stay tuned as we begin, and let's dive in. Whenever we launch our Photoshop, this is exactly how the interface is gonna be looking like. We're gonna be creating a new document now. To do that, I'm gonna go to new file, and then go down to new file. A dialog box is going to appear. Okay, new file. A dialog box will appear, and when the dialog box appear, we're going to be inputting our parameters, or we're going to be setting our parameters. So I'm going to be titling this cover art. You could title yours whatever you choose to, and my width is going to be 5, my height is going to be 5, my unit is going to be in inches, and make it of RGB color mode, and I think every other thing is okay. So I'm just going to be hitting create. So when I hit create, this is exactly how everything is going to look like. So I would like this to fit in to my workspace. So all I need to do is to hold down Ctrl plus O to fit in. Hold down Ctrl plus O to fit in. So what we're going to be doing now is these are the tutorials. Okay, these are the write-ups we make use of for this particular cover art or album art cover, and these are the resources we make use of for the tutorial. They are not much, just an image and a background. So what we're going to be doing now is first of all, we're going to be, these are where your layers are going to appear. Just in case you are new to Photoshop and you don't understand the basic sets, I think I have a video on that already. You could check that out. So what we're going to start off with is we're going to be creating a new adjustment layer, and so that we just come down here, click here, and select solid color. So once you select solid color, you could put your own as black or any other color that's close to black. Yes, then you could just click on OK. So after doing this, the next step we're going to be taking is that we're going to be importing our background. So I'll be bringing in the background we're going to make use of for this particular tutorial. So I'll just select this and I'll drag it into Photoshop. Yes, and I'll just drop it here. Now mine fits perfectly to my workspace or my design sheet. Mine fitted perfectly. So but for some people it doesn't fit perfectly. So for instance, I mean, this didn't fit perfectly. I need to do this to hold down Alt and drag any of these sides. That's for it to scale up evenly or equally. So I'll just leave mine as this. I'll just check this, still press Ctrl plus O to bring it back to fitting. Alright, so all I need to do next is I'll be blurring this because definitely I don't want the image to be as sharp as it is at the moment. So I'll be blurring this a bit, and to do that, make sure I selected on the background layer, and I'll go down to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and I'll be leaving mine at 25. You could leave yours at any number that's deemed fit for you. Do you understand? Human beings have different taste, but then mine will be 25. So I suggest it doesn't go past 25. I think 25 is good. Anything from 23, I think it's good. So I'll just be leaving mine at 25, and I'll be hitting enter. So this is great for me. Now what I'll be doing is I'll be making some adjustments to this particular background, but before doing that, I'm going to click on changing the blending mode to let's say lighten. I think lighten is great, so I'll just select lighten. So I would like to add noise to this background. So add noise, all I need to do is to create a layer mask. Come here, create a layer mask. So after creating a layer mask, I'll go down to filter, go down to noise. As you can see, there's noise here. Now click add noise. So after clicking add noise, I think you leave it on uniform. So after leaving it on uniform, you just increase the amount of noise you want. As you can see, mine is 11. You could increase yours to whatever, but I think yours shouldn't go below 10 advisably. If you're doing exactly what I am doing, advising you not to go beyond 10. You could just put them to try and see, but I'll be leaving mine at 12, at 11 rather, at 11. So I'll just click on OK after doing this. So just for you to know, in case you want to zoom in and zoom out with your keyboard, you could just hold down Control plus minus to zoom out and Control plus plus to zoom in. So but if you're making use of a mouse, you could just hold down Control and make use of your scroll button or your scroll wheel to zoom in or zoom out. Now, as you can see, I've added noise to this. There's a little difference. If you can observe very well, there's a little difference. So what I'll be doing now is I'll be making still some adjustment to the background. So to do that, I'll just go down to my create new adjustment layer. So I'll just click on it. After clicking on it, I'll just go down to color balance. Yes, I would like to balance this color a little bit. I like to have more of a little red and magenta. We're using magenta a little. So magenta a little. So I'll be adding, I think I'll be adding a little yellow to this. Let's see, blue. Yeah. Okay. Let me try a little of yellow. I think adding more yellow will be better for me. I'll be adding more magenta and the cyan red. I think this red is okay. Let's see. Okay, I think this is perfect for me. You could just adjust yours to whichever way it suits you, and that's, you're good to go. So I think this is okay for me. So what I'll do next is I'll be bringing in my image. That's the model I'll make use for this particular tutorial. Before then, I would like to group all of these and call it my background. I like to group all of this and call it my background. So to that, all I need to do is to select the first layer, hold down Shift and select the last layer. Right, so when you do that, you highlight all and hold down Control plus G to group. So I can name this BG, that's short form for background, or name this BG. Yes, that's my background. Right, I think this is not even necessary. I will delete this. All right, I have this. So for now I'm done with the background. So what I'll be doing next is, right, I'm done with the background for now. So what I'll be doing next is to bring in my image, that's bring in the model. So I'll just go down here to where my resource is or are, then drag in the model and just place her right here. She's a her, right? Just place her right here. And to scale evenly, that's to increase evenly, I'll just hold down my Alt and drag here. Hold down my Alt and drag here. I think this is okay for me. I think this is fine. So I'll just bring this down a little bit, and I think this is cool. This is cool. This is, I'm good to go with this. Then I'll just check this. Now, if you watch my introduction to Photoshop, there is a place where I explained where you could at least make some adjustments to your picture, or at least make your picture or your image pop. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be making some adjustments to this image to kind of make it pop or look the way I want it to be. But before then, there's something I'm also going to be doing to make this image sharper, and that's what I do to images when I want them sharp. There are several ways, but it could be one of the methods you adopt. So all I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be duplicating this layer. You could duplicate this by holding Ctrl plus J, or you could just left click on this and drag to this place where it's written plus or written create new layer, and just release. So when it releases, it automatically creates a new layer. This what we're going to do is to go down to filter, go down to order and select high pass. So when you select high pass, that's the duplicated layer of the image. You click on OK. You could leave your radius at 3 or 2. That's when you select the high pass. Alright, then all I need to do is to go down to this place and change the blend mode from normal, or make it I think soft light is okay. Now as you can see, there's a little difference between how the image was and how it is now. It's popped more. So the other way we're going to be editing this is to go down to filter, go down to camera raw filter. But before going down to camera raw filter, you make sure you select the main image. That's the one you duplicated, and go down to filter, go down to camera raw filter. Yeah, and for some people it takes more time to load depending on the kind of system or the selection of system I make use of. But then when it loads, as you can see, it's done loading. So when it loads, you just play around with this. Under this basic, you just select this basic. Under this basic, you just play around with it. Just the temperature, just in case you want to make adjustment to the temperature. Like I would like to touch this temperature a little bit, just a little bit. Then I would like to tint it a little bit also. But my favorite section of this is this clarity. I love making use of the clarity. It really makes the image pop so much. So just gonna be increasing the clarity a little. As you can see, as I brought it, the effect was so much, but then when I'll be bringing it back, I think 25 is fine by me. Right, I think 25 is fine by me. So what I'm going to be doing next is I could also play around with the vibrance, actually play around with the vibrance and also the saturation, depending on what you want. Yes, and this is okay for me. And as you can see, I think my image is popped more. You could see the difference. I mean, it's very obvious. So there's are some of the changes I'm going to be making, or I made to my image. So what I'm going to be doing now is I could also play around with the saturation of this particular image. Also, I could just go down to my where I create a new layer, adjustment layer, just click on it and go to saturation adjustment, and just play around also with it, add hue, add color, and so on. So I think this is good for me. I don't even really need to do so much here. So I'll just click on, or just exit that part. So what I'm going to be doing now is to add light to this, but add light to this. So, and to add light to this, I'll just come down here, create a new layer first. Then when I create a new layer, this layer should go above, so I'll bring it here. Okay, so when I create a new layer, all I need to do is to select my brush tool. As you can see, this my brush is showing, but there are some people's brush that actually show this way, or does not actually show like this. Does not actually show like this, and the reason why it doesn't show like this is that okay, yours might just be looking like this. The reason why it's like that is that your caps lock is on, so you need to turn off your caps lock for it to look this way. And you could increase the size or reduce the size of your brush. Just right click and reduce it or increase it here. Or I think you could just press the bracket button. That's for it. For some people it reduces and it increases. So I think this brush is a little bit too small for down to, so I think this is okay for me. So I'm gonna be changing the color from black because I want it to have a blue feeling. So I'm just gonna be picking this, or let me pick something like this and just click on OK. So all I need to do is to come down to the section of this place where I want to give a little light, and you need to understand lighting in order for you to be able to do this well. Understand the direction where light needs to come from and where it doesn't. So I'll just tap on this, click on this. As you can see, it's giving it a lighting feel, but then it's not this exact color I want. So I'm just gonna go back. Okay, your make sure your opacity is on 100 and all, depending on whatever you want to give, guys. It could be on 100, but just make sure you're giving it that feeling or that lighting or that reflection, or should I just see the lighting feeling? So let me just increase this a little bit. Increasing it to be this is much. Okay, I think this is good. Yes, as you can see, it's already giving it a blue lighting feeling already. I think I'm going to reduce my opacity a little bit. Let me leave it at 50. So I'll just come here and do this. As you can see, it's already giving it that blue feeling, that blue lighting. All right, so I'm gonna come down to my blend mode also to see which suits it perfectly. I think overlay is nice, but let's see how screen will look like. Okay, I think screen is nice. We can also still reduce the opacity a little bit. Yeah, I think this opacity is nice. Reducing the opacity makes more sense here. So guys, I also want to give it this pinkish feeling from this angle. So what I'm just gonna do is to change this color here to pink. Once it shows up like this, you could just go out and pick this particular color here. Now to give it that pinkish feel or that pinkish look, you just click on OK, and you could just play around with this, guys. Just think I'm gonna increase the opacity so it shows better. Gonna make it full. Okay, as you can see, it's giving that pinkish feel. Let me also increase the opacity here to make it more obvious. Yes, so as you can see, it's giving it a pinkish feel, pinkish or reddish feel. I think it's so much. So you just play around with this just to make sure it gives it the right feel. So as you can see, this is okay. This is okay by me. Okay, let me take this a bit far from here. Yes, so as you can see, I feel this is okay for me. So all I need to do is to just come and drop this, and guys, as you can see, I already have some of my lighting effects here already. So what I'm gonna be doing now is to just group the rest of this and just hold down Control, group it, select the first layer up to the last here where I have the image or the portrait, and just hold down Control plus G also. Okay, I think I didn't select the last image, so I'll just scroll down so that I can select the last thing I have here. Okay, select the first, hold down Control plus G to group it. Can move this inside also. Just make sure you group, guys, so that you don't get confused while working on all of this. Alright, so as you can see, I've grouped this. As I say, grouping this, and I'll just name this model. Just name it my model, the model I am using. All right, so we're almost done. The next step we're going to be going into is we'll be setting my guides. So to set my guides, I'll go down to view, go down to guides, and I'll go down to guides layout, and it shows up. I'll just click on OK. Now this was where I set my guide 60 60 60, just to not to exceed the border. So I just click on OK. All right, guys, I have my guide. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to be importing my write-up. So as I said, I have my write-up here already, so there will be no point having to start typing. So all I need to do is to copy the first write-up I have here, which is produced by Fadi Create. So I'll just copy this and I'll select my text tool. I'll click here and I'll paste it. Control plus. Okay, your whatever your text can be so big to the extent I start exceeding the page. So all you need to do is to come down here and reduce it. Could reduce it. Let me leave it at 9. So all I need to do is to hold down Control while highlighted, hold down Control plus V to replace whatever is there. So I'm gonna be making some adjustments to this. So I'll just highlight the whole of this, and I'll come here, select, go to my character panel. Just in case you don't have a character panel, all you need to do is to go down to Windows and check or select your character panel. So I have my character panel here, so I'll just go back to it. This is where I make adjustments. First of all is to change the color from that pink to white. So I'll just change it to white. All right, I'll make use of Monteserat. It's already on Monteserat, so there's no point changing it. semi bold. Okay, that's beginnings of semi bold here. So as you can see, these letters have space. This is what we call tracking. Let me highlight this back. I think this text needs to come on top of the model, so let me readjust it. Okay, this is what we call tracking. That's the space between letters. So I think the tracking is a bit much, so I'll just highlight this. Just highlight sorry I think I need to delete this second layer. Delete this. Right, so I'll just highlight my my write-up and just reduce the tracking. So reduce tracking, it just comes to the way it was written. It's written VA. You just drag or you input the value, whichever one you choose. So I'll reduce my tracking. I think I've reduced it too much, so I'll increase it a little bit. Alright, I'll leave it at this. I think I'll still reduce the write-up to 8, from 9 to 8. Alright, this is cool for me, and I'll just drop this. Then to bring this to the center, I want to centralize the whole of this work. All I need to do is just to hold down Ctrl+A to select. Then when I select the whole of this, I'll just come here and select this, so it aligns it the way I want it. So I'll just select this. I'm gonna be moving this up a little bit. I want it to be where I started the borders. Now to deselect this, you just hold down Ctrl+D to deselect it, and I'll still select my produced by and move it up the more. Yes, to this border. Yes, that's the purpose of the guidelines, to guide me. Then the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be bringing the text or the write-up for testify. So I'll just select my text tool again, click here, and either I type it out or I'm going to copy and paste. I feel I should just type this. So let me just type testify. Alright, so as you can see, I have this. So I'll just select this, highlight the whole of this, and also go back to this point where I have my characters. Then I'm gonna change the fonts. Let me see what font suits this. Let me see Byzantium. It's Byzantium, it's gonna make sense. Alright, let me scale this up a little. Let me increase the size. I could also increase the size by holding down Ctrl+T to transform. Then I drag. Okay, this is nice. I think this is cool, but let's try out other fonts first, and before we conclude if this is the best for this. So I'll just go back here and go back to my tracking. And right, and let me change the fonts also. Let me try out another font. Let me try Blastimo. Right, let me try out this font and see if it's gonna come out. So alright, it's not bad in itself, but I don't like it. So I'm gonna be trying another font. Let me try Bush. See how Bush will come out. Okay, I think this is perfect for me rather. Alright, let me just make it of Tuesday. And I'm going to make some little changes to it, so I'll just go with this. And the tracking, I think it's a little bit too fast, so I'm going to be reducing the tracking also. I want the text to be a little bit closer to each other. Yes. Let me just type in input a value. Let me just put 80 and see how it goes. Okay, let me make it 90. I think 90 is fine. Okay, let me make it 120. Let me just leave it at 100. I think 100 is still good. So I'll just drop this, and I would like to make some adjustment on this font. That I would like to distort the font a little, and to distort it, I'll hold down Ctrl+T to transform it. Now hold down Ctrl. I want it shorter. you understand? That's not how the font really is, but I would like to make some adjustment to it. So I'll hold down Control and I'll press it this way. Yes. So as you can see, I ended up distorting it a little. So I'll hold down Control plus T to also increase it a little, and I'll bring it up here. I'll bring it to this point. Alright, I need more space for this font, so I'm just going to be selecting my model and I'm going to be adjusting it, bringing it down a little, using my arrow key. You could actually just use your mouse, but then I prefer using my arrow key. So I think this is okay for me. So I'll bring my 35 right up here. Yes, so I think I prefer this at this point. Or let me see if I take it below the model, if it will make more sense. Yes, I think it's making more sense for me behind the model, so I'm just gonna leave it there, and still gonna make it taller a little bit. Alright, I think this is okay for me. I think this is cool for me. So what I'm going to be doing next is I think I still need to reduce the Fadi create. So guys, you just keep making corrections or amendments till it suits you perfectly. So I think the next thing I'm going to be, the next write-up is going to be in order to save time, you could actually copy an existing write-up already and just edit it. So I'm just to copy this produce by Fadi create, because it's the same font I want to actually make use of. Just hold down Control plus J to copy it or to duplicate it, and I'll drag the duplicates down. I want to write anticipate. I'm going to write anticipate down here. So and you just need to double click on this to edit it and just type anticipate. I already have the write-up, guys, but I think I prefer typing anticipate. So just type it, anticipate. Now it's not so much visible because it's white, but there'll be a solution for that, don't worry. So I'll just check this. I think I'll still need to replace this testify up a little, and also my model, I think it needs to come up a little, so that sorry, the model needs to come up a little, so I could also, there'll be a need, I could also adjust anticipate very well. So let me take the model up a little bit. Okay, I think this is fine. So I'll bring back my anticipate, still highlight it. I think they are all in lower cases, so I'll come back to my character panel. I want to make it capital case or bigger, so I'll just click on this to make it all capital letters. So I want to still align all this to the middle, so I'll just hold down Control plus A. After dropping this, I'll just select Control plus A, Control plus A, Control plus A. Sorry for the delay. Okay, I'll hold down Control plus A to select everything, and I'll just select this to align everything back to the middle, and I could just Control plus D to deselect. Yeah, so I would like to bring this anticipate down a little. Don't worry, you get to see the anticipate better when I'm done. So let me still spread it a little or increase the size a little. Alright guys, so this is good for me. We are almost coming to the end of this tutorial. Alright, so what is left is actually her name. So, and to write her name, I'll just select this anticipate also. I'll hold down Control plus J to duplicate it also, and I'll bring the duplicated one here. Where do I write this? I think writing her name here wouldn't be a bad idea, so I could just edit this and put okay. Let me just I said I was going to make use of Rachel John, so I'll just let me just make it RC John, an abbreviation R.C. space then John. Yes, so this is cool for me, guys. This is actually nice for me. So I'll just adjust this a little. Also, I would like to bring it to the middle, so I'll say select Control plus A, select everything, and still select the middle, Control plus D to deselect. So guys, as you can see, we're already having our design done in full. So what I'm just going to be doing now is also to group all the text, that's all the write-ups, just like the way I grouped the background, the model, and also I'll just select them, hold down the first one which at the top here, hold down shift and select the last write-up, I think which is produced by, I think that's the last write-up. So I'll just select it and hold down Control plus G also, and I'll title it text. So guys, as you can see, I already have this titled. So guys, there's one last thing I'm gonna be doing. The video is becoming long already, but then yes, you have to go through some things to learn. So what I'm gonna be doing now is to kind of create a contrast here so that this and split can show better. As you can see, it's in white, so it's not actually showing very well. So to do that, I'm just gonna go to my model, select my model layer, then I'm just gonna create a clipping mask here. Create a clipping mask here. After creating a clipping mask, I'll just go to my gradient tool. Then after going to my gradient tool, I'm just gonna drag this a little, depending on the position you want to drag it from. I'm just gonna drag this here. Okay, so you keep adjusting till it suits you. So guys, this is how it is. As you can see, our cover art is already ready. We're already done creating this. So one more thing, remember you have to take off your guide. So and to take that off, you just go back to view, go to guidelines and clear guides, select clear guides, and you can see this is what we have here, guys. I think we're already done with this. You could also just to export, go down to your file, go down to export, and you could export it for save as web, or you could just save it directly as JPEG. So guys, if you really enjoyed this content and would love to see more of this, please do consider subscribing and make sure you turn on the notification bell. You could also follow me on my social media handles on Instagram at Fadi Create and also on Facebook at Fadi Create. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.